In case you haven't watched my video about the basics of Santorini, you should know that Santorini has one thing that makes it absolutely unique, and that's this line, the Caldera Cliffs. They're really impressive, and you won't be surprised to hear that out of the 700 restaurants in Santorini, over 100 is on the edge of those cliffs. So how do you choose out of all of them? Well, you watch this video. The first place is called Argo. It's located in Fira and it has this beautiful view overlooking the volcano that you see there in the back. It also offers a direct view at the sunset, which always looks super epic in Santorini. Argo is rather fish and seafood oriented. Their specialty is this huge fish platter for 2 people. If that's too much food for you, then I would recommend trying the frutti di mare plate or the mussels boiled in ouzo, the Greek liquor. The second place is called Aris. It's pretty similar to the first one in many ways, and it's actually located only a few buildings away from Argo, so the view is equally awesome. Aris is slightly cheaper, around 10% less expensive, and what I love the most there is this grilled octopus with fava puree. This is super traditional from Santorini, by the way. And also this lamb shank with melted cheese, which is super nice. Main courses are usually around 15 to 20 euros, which is very decent considering the view that they have. Oh, and by the way, when you're eating fish or seafood and you want to do it like the locals, then you will order ouzo to drink with that. No Coke, no beer, ouzo. Next we have Naoussa. Again, it's located in Fira. Fira is the capital of the island, so no wonder there are so many restaurants there. And let me tell you right away, Naoussa, out of this top 5 I'm giving you, probably my number 1. Most meals are under 15 euros, which is completely nuts. However, there's one very important thing you need to keep in mind. If you go there, they don't put a lot of effort in the service. I mean, if they want to keep the prices that low, well, they gotta make a concession somewhere, right? And actually, if you Google this place, you might see that it has some pretty poor ratings. It's got a 4 out of 5 on TripAdvisor, while the other places in this top 5 are usually above 4.5 out of 5. But if you look at what the people wrote, you will see that they often complain about the service, but never the food. And just for you to know, this is a place where many Greeks go to eat, because they know it's a bargain. Now, what should you eat there? Well, what Greeks call magirefta, which very roughly means any meal that is cooked in the oven for a long time. So, for instance, their moussakas is really good, as is their beef stifado, which is a beef stew in red wine with tomatoes and baby onions. Some evenings, some locals will go there to smash some plates, which in case you didn't know is a very great thing to do to boost the atmosphere. So as a conclusion, if you want something simple, very traditional and super cheap, and you don't care too much about the service, then Naoussa is definitely your place. Before we move on to restaurants number 4 and 5, let me ask you to give this video a like if you find it useful. Alright, for this next restaurant we're going to leave Fira and go to Firostefani. This place is called Remvi. Firostefani isn't far away from Fira, so this view should look familiar at this point. Now, Firostefani is more expensive than Fira. Not just restaurants, also hotels. So their menu is very similar to the 3 previous ones we saw, but everything will be 20-30% more expensive. My personal favorite is this pork fillet with peppercorn sauce. Now, if this place is more expensive, then why would you want to go there instead of all the other places I mentioned previously? Well, the answer is quite simple. If you're staying in Firostefani, and there are a bunch of hotels there, so a significant amount of you guys watching this video right now will be in Firostefani. And if that's your case, well, Remvi is definitely the best option. Unless you're ready to walk this half-an-hour path from Firostefani to Fira. A beautiful walk, by the way, because you're by the cliff edge the entire time. So if you don't mind walking, by all means, go to Fira. Our last restaurant is called Petra. It's located in the famous town of Oia, and it has this absolutely beautiful view. Now, this one lies in a completely different category because this is fine dining. I mean, just look at this. Now, obviously the prices are substantially higher than the 4 others we talked about. You'll pay around 150 euros a person for a 7-course meal, plus another 70 euros a person if you want the wine pairing with the food. So this is obviously a very expensive place, but if you have something special to celebrate, maybe you're on your honeymoon, well, this place is an absolute fairy tale. Just mind that this is an adult-only restaurant, so if you have kids, don't even try to book a table. Oh, and something else important, Petra Fira does not have a sunset view. The sun actually sets behind the hill of Oia, throwing shade on the restaurant's terrace around half an hour before sunset. Keep that in mind when deciding on the reservation time. Alright, so now that you know the best restaurants with the view, you might want to know a bit more about Santorini's cuisine. What should you absolutely try? What can you only find in Santorini and nowhere else in Greece? Well, that's what I'm answering right here. And this one is about the most famous Instagram spots of Santorini and where you can find them, because they're actually a bit hard to find. Alright, that's it for me. I hope you guys liked it. See you in the next one. Bye.